The Whistler's Reckoning. The full moon hung low over the makeshift soccer field, its silvery light catching on the worn grass lines that crisscrossed the plain. Danielle lounged on a sideline bench, her posture deliberately slack, a bottle dangling from her fingertips. To any passerby, she would have appeared to be just another reveler who had wandered too far from town. But Danielle was anything but careless. Her eyes, though half-lidded, were alert, scanning the shadows that pooled at the field's edges. The liquor in her hand was a carefully prepared Molotov cocktail, and beneath her unassuming ranch hand attire lay layers of protection. Kevlar-lined leather, reinforced denim, and a Viking torque humming with protective magic. As the night deepened, a whistle pierced the air, distant, yet unnervingly clear. Danielle's muscles tensed, but she forced herself to remain still. The whistling grew fainter, a cruel trick that meant the danger was drawing near. Suddenly, she rolled forward, narrowly avoiding the sweep of a skeletal hand that sliced through the space she had occupied a heartbeat before. In one fluid motion, she lit the Molotov and hurled it behind her assailant. The bottle shattered, and flames leapt up, illuminating the nightmarish figure of Silbón. The firelight revealed a gaunt, towering form, skin stretched taut over an impossibly thin frame. Tattered clothes hung from its limbs, and a wide-brimmed hat cast deep shadows across hollow eyes that burned with malevolent intent. Most horrifying was the large, coarse sack slung over its shoulder, the contents rattling with a sickening, bony clatter. Danielle had expected the creature to recoil from the flames, but Silbón seemed unfazed, its focus unwaveringly, unnervingly fixed upon her. It lunged forward, skeletal fingers grasping. With practiced ease, Danielle deployed her spring-loaded spear, using its momentum to drive the blessed, enchanted blade deep into the monster's palm. Silbón recoiled, its already ghastly visage contorting with rage. What followed was a whirlwind of violence that pushed Danielle to her limits. The creature's reach was immense, its fury palpable. Only her enchanted gear and hard-won experience kept her from being torn apart. Through the frenzied exchange, Danielle focused on one goal, separating Silbón from its macabre sack. She slashed at the leather strap, surprised by its resilience even against her magical weapon. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of near misses and glancing blows, the strap gave way. The sack hit the ground with a muffled clatter of bones. The loss of its grisly cargo sent Silbón into a frenzy. What had seemed like deadly attacks before now revealed themselves as mere play. Danielle found herself overwhelmed, driven back until a sweeping blow sent her crashing to the earth. The monster bore down, using her own spear to pin her, its face a mask of crazed glee as it slowly, inexorably, pressed the weapon towards her throat. Desperation fueled Danielle's next move. Ignoring the screaming pain in her elbow as she used it to brace against the spear, she fumbled for a small fob pinned inside her jacket. As her finger found the button, a series of metallic pops echoed across the field. From the vented boxes placed strategically around the goals burst 4 dogs, a Doberman, a German Shepherd, and 2 pit bulls. They charged towards Silbón, fangs bared and hackles raised. The monster's attention wavered for a crucial moment, and Danielle seized her chance. With a powerful thrust, she drove her spear deep into Silbón's abdomen. An otherworldly shriek split the night. Silbón staggered back, its form seeming to flicker and waver in the moonlight. As the dogs closed in, snapping and snarling, the creature retreated, its whistling fading into the distance. Danielle struggled to her feet, every muscle protesting. "Heel!" she commanded, and the dogs returned to her side, alert but calm. Cautiously, she approached the fallen sack, using her spear to open it and confirm its contents. The sight within, a jumble of old, yellowed bones, turned her stomach, but steeled her resolve. Reaching into her pocket, she withdrew a bulky walkie-talkie. "It's clear," she reported, her voice hoarse. There would be work ahead, extinguishing the fire, purifying the bones, giving long-dead victims their final peace. But for now, Danielle allowed herself a moment of grim satisfaction. El Silbón had been driven back, and while the Whistler might never truly be defeated, she had reminded the night that its terrors were not unopposed. As sirens wailed in the distance, Danielle gazed across the field, knowing that her vigil was far from over. In the eternal dance between hunter and hunted, there would always be another night, another whistle in the dark.